numbness. I don't know if that's the body getting ready for the impact of the bullet, or I don't know what it was, but I went completely, like my body went numb. And this is crazy. Me and Killer Kev, we sitting on 16th Street at his mama's house. His little brother come in the house, and at this point, it was a house full of boys. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No food, was hungry. And when I get kicked out the house, I'll go right to Kev's house. You know what I'm saying? Because his mom's like my auntie. So I'll go right to Kev's house on 16th Street. And we ain't had no food, so it's for every dude for theyself in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's probably a pack of hot dogs, but you know what I mean? Like, how many hot dogs can you eat type shit? But when the little homie came into the house, if we 14, 15, he had to be like 11, 12. So he come into the house with Zuzus and Wham Whams, what they call like Star Crunches and all them shits. He coming out with this shit. And we like, where the hell you get this shit from? Yeah. And then he just starts spitting dope from up under his tongue, like, hey, this is, I said, hey, you ain't what? You know what I mean? So we just made a hollered at the big cuz of the block, because we from the Blue District. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the Blue District, you know, you use Crip dudes everywhere type stuff. So they said, hey, I'm gonna give you this, and you chop it up, go do what you got to do, be careful, you know what I mean? And through those times where you didn't have like that positive father figure in your lifetime, you know what I mean? Like, again, no dirt on my pops. My pops was the guy, but he wasn't, you know what I mean, around like that. But you always had those older dudes that was literally putting you on the stuff, but still caring about you type thing, right? Giving you an opportunity to get money. But when me and Kev, we was hungry, and little dude came in there with that shit and seen all this food and shit like that, we was like, nigga, where did we get this from? We didn't even leave the block, and we made $200.
Well, you know the bar is low for what you got going on in your life when you selling it for Star Crunching. When Star Crunching shit is how you get that?
Cause it was for survival. Yeah, you can look at it for Star Crunches and shit, but that shit was for survival. Like, I mean, Kev, when he do his little comedian skit, he'd say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we start selling dope off of hunger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these dudes today, they sell dope just to do it and be flashy.
And be able to say they did it.
Yeah, just to say they did it. Yeah. We didn't have nothing. Yeah. So if we had something to get something, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I damn near hustled from the age of 15 to 28, 29.
That's crazy. So if any, I mean, everybody knows who's been a part of it, like, or anybody who can see it from the outside, the trajectory is not like this. Mm-hmm. There are horror stories within that game. It's not all bright. What keeps people chasing it is the thrill that, you know, you get from it. Because some people reach their height, they get enough money to leave. Yeah. But it's the thrill seeking and all of that. But when you look back on it, it came with a lot of horror, a lot of stuff that you probably didn't look to happen, and stuff you regret and stuff. Can you tell us about some of like the horror stories maybe that?
You know what I mean? Like, again, I was just a peace guy. So, you know, I wasn't like no boss or no shit like that, you know what I mean? But as a youngster, you know what I mean, sitting on blocks and was sitting on the same block. And I would wear the same jumpsuit every day, you know what I mean, with a orange Scully on my shit, like in an Oilers jumpsuit. Wow. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just what I was comfortable with. Okay. You know what I mean? And it had so many pockets and shit in there, you know what I mean? Like, but you could deal with smokers running off with it, you know what I mean? Or not even running off, but if you go to a car, they pulling off in the car with your hand in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Cops coming up to the shit. Like, it was times where, you know what I mean? Like, my mama don't even know, but she knew I hustled, you know what I'm saying? But that was by other smokers telling her type of shit. Because I was down at Greenleaf doing the same shit, and I was like 25, 26. But, you know, cops coming up to you, kind of pressing you, I think it was a point in time where I was on the block and a cop kind of like jumped out the car, grabbed me up. Cause you know, when we get pressed by the police, I was always told to swallow it. You know what I mean? But cops knew that. So they try to choke that shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they trying to get indictments. You know what I'm saying? Like, for little shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would swallow my shit and go back down to the crib, pick up some more, come right back to the block. I got robbed a couple of times at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? Probably by some broke dudes that didn't have shit. Bullet guns probably didn't have bullets in it, but you know, they just flashing and shit type shit. But I wasn't testing it.
The first feeling that time when you first got robbed, because it ain't nothing you had dealt with before.
Nah, never.
Yes.
Numbness. I don't know if that's the body getting ready for the impact of the bullet, or I don't know what it was. Mm-hmm. But I went completely, like, my body went numb, and I just moved at a quick pace and gave him what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I was expecting a bullet after that or before that type stuff, but it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was physically numb.
Why was you expecting a bullet? Was it something you had seen before?
Yeah, well, because to rob somebody is not just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it all the way. And again, being from that era of the game, like these little kids now, this horrible. But being from that era of the game, when they hit you, they going to hit you type thing. Like, they ain't going to just show you some type weapon and then not do the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was expecting to get hit. You know what I mean? Type thing. So that's why my body was like, I don't know if it's the morphins or wherever you call that shit, just kind of getting ready for an impact type shit. But I was numb. Mm-hmm. But then once he didn't do it, you know what I mean, and he ran that way, I was kind of like, damn, okay, I'm here to breathe again. Let me go get some more, come right back. You know what I mean? Type shit. So, you know, it's chances you take when you're in that game. You know what I mean? So,
Kansas City has always been a place where it's a high death number. Mm-hmm. And it's a high lockup number too. Being in that game, I'm sure you probably lost friends both ways.
Yeah,
What's some of your experiences with that?
Just recently, man, one of the OGs that kind of laced our boots, Mayberry, Sean Mayberry from 12th Street, his brother actually killed him, like, recently. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, that's tough to see one of the OG homies that really, like, kind of put you here to get started in this game and you should lace your mind with, hey, you see a cop, you know what I mean? Just act like you on a bus stop. So I stood on a bus stop. Like, I'm about to wait for a bus, but no fucking buses coming at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But it was just a, pump fake to get them, you know what I mean, thinking type shit. But it's a messed up thing because at some time you never thought like that could be you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but it could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been, but you didn't think about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you just was thinking about that money at that time and not thinking about the consequences. You know what I mean? Consequences is different.
Did some of the things you was laced with, do you now look at it and be like, yeah, that shit was bullshit? Like, some of the things, not all of the things. Some of the things you laced with in that game can carry over into, like, a better part of life. But a lot of that stuff is...
Yeah, for sure. Just being not mentally ready for the game as a kid leaves you kind of wide the fuck open out there. You know what I mean? But I was smart even then because nobody ever knew. Like, nobody knew that I did it except the people that you know what I'm talking about? So I never broadcast this shit. You know what I'm saying? I never was one of those bragger, boaster type dudes. Like, I was doing it for survival. Then once I start getting my bread together, you know what I'm saying? Like, I slowly transitioned to the corporate game as an adult type shit. But like, I learned the ropes. You know what I mean? Like, if you got to listen to X-Rated and Brother Lynch and, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that had to do with some type of crip shit, you was listening to them, but you was picking apart what they was saying to understand the game type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, even when I watched, what's the one with Denzel Washington when he was a dope dealer?
Training Day?
Nah, like, he was a big dope dealer over in China.
American Gangster.
Yeah, even when the Chinese dude told him, it's nothing wrong with leaving the game when you're up.
Yeah.
Leave the game. That's all I needed to hear at that point. You know what I mean?
Like, but you were doing it from 15 to 28.
Yeah. You want these stories? Let me tell you this story.
Talk about it, man, because they was only doing it for 4 years at the most.
So as a youngster on 16th Street hanging out and shit, you know, that's when we was doing 24th Street, whatever the case may be. That's when we was doing that shit as a youngster. You know what I'm saying? I tried to stop the game when I moved to Greenleaf, right? I moved to Greenleaf straight out of high school. Moved to Greenleaf, whatever the case is. Because mom was like, hey, you're going to either get a job or go to or school. Everybody else went to school at first. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to chill for a little bit. Like, I just got done with Northeast, and it was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It was a little bit too much. ROTC, this, that, and the third. I said, I'm going to chill for a little bit. So I was down in Greenleaf, and I tried to get a job. I tried to go back to the higher Regency where me and Kev was working at as bailsman type shit. I went there, took a drug test. Mind you, I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I probably have one drink every blue moon. You know what I mean? That's if I'm nervous in the area type shit. Let me get a drink. But when I went in there and took the drug test, the lady said, you got cocaine in your system. I said, oh, shit. Okay. All right. So then that pushed me back to doing what I did, right? So here I am in Greenleaf with a fucking land full of zombies. What you want me to do? So here I am taking advantage of that situation, and Greenleaf doors will lock at the bottom. So you really had to call me to come to unlock the door. So I figured out that was a safe zone. Cops will have to beat that door down or talk to the office first before they come up there and get me type shit. Yeah. I was a scared drug dealer. That's the way to be. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that ain't scared doing what they do, they ain't got no conscience about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just out there loud, got packs on them and shit. I think I had battery acid, bought a toilet stool. You know what I'm saying? I had all that type shit. I could see everything. I knew I wouldn't carry no more than like a half. I wasn't that bird guy. I wasn't doing all that type shit. Like, I was smart about this shit, but at the same time, like, I'm progressing in the game type shit. And I wasn't on blocks no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured out how to. You know, I go sit on the stoop for a little bit. And when a smoker come by, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Then I'm back to the crib. Cell phone cracking. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that early where I just sit down and get my shit and stay out the way type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was Greenleaf from that block to Greenleaf to being in a mentor. I was feeling like, because I seen dudes die. Like a dude, I don't even know if you know this guy. He used to be down in Westport all the time. Little dark-skinned dude. He used to be in Greenleaf. Some dude popped him in the back of the head because he was flashing. And all he had was $1,000 on him. My auntie ran into the dude on the bottom of the stairs. Tapped him like, hey, man, you drunk? But he was gone. You know what I mean? Like, he had a whole bullet
in the back of him.
He was gone, right? And so me, then, at that point, I got scared, right? I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit the blinker and change this lane or something. You know what I mean? And that's where Donut hit me up. Donut was like, hey, man, I'm up here at Columbia trying to get my master's at MU type of shit, man. Come on up here. I said, shit, you ain't said nothing but a word. You know what I mean? Rented out our income-based apartment to a chick. I rented it out. She paid me like $200-$300 a month. I moved up to Columbia with Donut. And then, you know, it went from dope to weed then. You know what I mean? So I couldn't get away from this shit. I tried. I couldn't get away from this shit. You know what I mean? So
I mean, you was in college at that time. So.
Well, Donut was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Donut was. Me, Donut, and Kev, like we was like me, Donut, Kev, and Coop. Not the other one, but DeAndre Cooper.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah. You couldn't separate the four. Man. We was like, you couldn't do it, even if it was on the court. Because Coop wasn't into none of that shit. But me and Kev had to venture off and try to figure out, you know what I mean? Donut wasn't either. But he was always around us, you know what I'm saying? Always around the type shit. But yeah, I moved up there with Donut, and me and him went to Lincoln together. You know what I'm saying? Me and Donut played Sigma together. We did all this shit together type thing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I was still doing this, trying to find me, and end up moving to Columbia and meeting like the guy in Columbia. And I wasn't trying to, but
Columbia sound different. Just Columbia what?
Missouri.
When you say Columbia.
Yeah, not
I know what you're
not
talking
Columbia.
about. I know
Yeah, Columbia, Missouri, down there near
Yeah.
Mew. Yeah, I end up meeting the guy. It was kind of like damn near like what's the movie with Tupac and
About the
Birdie?
rim.
I was up there hooping. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there hooping. It was a park day in Columbia, and they was having it was like night hoops outside.
Yeah.
I got picked up by some dude that ended up being the dude of Columbia. And I'm up there. I don't ever call myself a killer, but if I can go do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up there busting their ass. And back then I'm still dunking and all that type of shit. We go to the weight room together. He showed me how to work out because he just came home from the joint or whatever the case is. And he seen what I was doing. It's like, nah, man, you doing it all wrong, man. Let me give you this, and you hit me back whenever you get it. Back then, it was $1,200 for the whole thing. I give him $6 and give him another $6 when it was time. You know what I mean? Type shit. So then the Columbia was like misfit country. You know, you get people from Florida that's running from shit.
Okay.
People, college students, people from Odessa running from shit. So it was just like that type shit. And so it was just, I was literally me and Donut living together in a 4-bedroom condo, chilling.
Donut wasn't slapping you upside your head. Not saying he can whoop you, but I'm just saying with some knowledge or something like, because how Donut talk.
Nah, man, like Donut literally just start smoking weed too. You know what I'm saying? So I love you, cuz, but yeah. Donut literally start smoking weed too. You know what I'm saying? Like cuz wasn't even trying to smoke it around Rich. You know what I'm saying? Like Rich, one day we sitting on the couch and Rich like, hey, when you feel like you're gonna tell me, you're gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying? So then that's when it was. And well, yeah, Donut was smoking too. So he ain't no smacking on the head. It was that nigga was at the door, like, hey, let me get a blunt type shit. You know what I mean? I love you, cuz.
I didn't think I was gonna run into this. You got some funny Rich stories? Or any game he might have put on you? Any funny or just anything he might have put on you?
I mean, not really, but me and Kev used to be when me and Kev used to be in RTC Tough in Northeast, right? We used to get off the bus on 10th Street, walking down the street, Donuts in the block on 10th Street. I mean, from everybody that was there, Rush, Rich, all of them, you know, they was making fun of those RTC jumpsuits, wherever the case may be. But other than that, you know, it wasn't nothing drastic. You know what I'm saying? They was just talking bad about the RTC. I mean, that saved our life. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we didn't go to, like, regular principals. We went to the principal RTC because we would have been suspended a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, Northeast was law
I
public.
with that RT shit.
It was law public. Yeah. It was two different sides.
Yeah.
So RTC people, we didn't ever go to the law principal. We down in the blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't get suspended for nothing type shit. So, you know, that was it though.
You knew. You and Donut was close before the Rich blow up, right?
Yeah. So we met Donut. I met Donut, me, because anytime I tell you something, it's gonna be me, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So me and Kev met Donut freshman year football practice, and Cuz was like a big douche then. You know what I'm saying? With a loud pitch ass voice. Had like 18 beepers on him or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So me holding people shit apparently.
Oh, okay.
And so me and Kev was like, who the fuck? You know, because we didn't know who he was. and I thought, love you, cuz. Well, I thought Donut was like just a big girl or something like that because of the voice. Like, I didn't, because I heard it from a distance. I love you, cuz. I heard it from a distance. But then when he came up on me or some shit, I'm like, me and Kev was like, nigga, who the fuck is, nigga, you sound like a, nigga, what's all these, you know what I'm saying? This is what we was on type shit. And Donut, oh, cuz I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? We're like, okay, cool, all right. So at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, when me, him, Donut, cool, we just all mesh at that point. Like, Donut was the only dude that was pulling up the Northeast in purple Beamers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Caprice Classic type shit. But we wasn't even on that shit. We was trying to pull cars and see what was going on type. Like, nigga, who the fuck? Who's this nigga with all these peepers? This nigga ain't even out here playing football and shit. We getting hit by these grown-ass, illegitimate-ass niggas from Northeast that's seniors that's supposed to be graduated a long time ago and shit. But this nigga up here safe type of shit. Right. So we mad at that. And then you got this nigga Donut. But yeah. So, I mean, we knew Donut from freshman year until adulthood. Like,
Yeah.
that's bro. Like, we all brothers. Link, college. I pledged with him. That's my number 8. Is that my number 8? Is that my number 9? Yeah, whatever. One of those. Yeah, so we ain't got no number 1. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So me and Donut pledged together. We on the same line, you know what I'm saying? Getting beat the fuck up, pledging type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's my guy. Like, so that's why it's a little bit more than just like street shit with Donut.
Yeah.
Like, we chose to get educated too. And that's why I tell chicks, like, I'm the best of both worlds. Like, I'm your street, but then your education at the same time. So that way I know what to do and what not to do in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're too street, then you acting out for other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here trying to be tough in front of other dudes and shit. But then if you're too soft, you know what I mean? Like, then you just get picked on type shit. So when you right in that middle, it's like they don't know how to approach you. You know what I mean? So I stay right in that middle all the time. Stay out the way.
Donut said he had to build that type of exterior for niggas like you. He didn't say for you, particularly, but I'm saying they just come up clowning and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so he learned.
But he was that dude though.
That's how she said I had to learn.
Yeah, he was that dude. Donut, man, me, Coop, Kev, and Donut, like, it would be crack sessions over Coop's house on 27th Street. Because again, the Don Bosco family was tough. Like, even when we'd get up in the morning and get on that 27th Street bus and pass out that transfer out the back window so the next man can get back on, it was crack sessions. And so Donut and Curl Rucker led that. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about Kev, made Kev put his shoes on. It was like 15 dudes in Coop's mama's house sleeping on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of family type shit. You know what I mean? So we was close then. Everybody.
So, like, for a lot of us in my age group, which is probably like 4 years under y'all, Coop is that guy. Yeah. But to y'all, he was probably it's just Coop. Like, why y'all tripping off Coop?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that, bro. Like, crazy thing is, freshman year basketball tryouts at Northeast. I'm in there shooting like a motherfucker. Like, that's where I got the name from, Rick the Gun.
Yeah,
that's why freshman year, Marvin Dixon gave it to me because he seen it that day. I'm just, hit or miss. I didn't give a fuck. Hit or miss. I didn't care. But I'm hitting a little bit more than I'm missing, but I'm not scared to shoot it at that point. I see this guy, you know what I'm saying? So again, Donut probably met Coop in 8th grade. Yeah. I met Coop 9th grade, you know what I'm saying? But we see this guy, this nigga had a beard in 9th grade. So we didn't know who the fuck he was, you know. He had a beard in 9th grade, so we know who the fuck he was, you know what I'm saying? Because in the court, giving these seniors business, like Silky's, Coop was never that dude that's gonna dribble 55 times. He's just a directional dude. Like, he gonna hit you one time and your body twitch, he gonna take your ass this way. And back then, freshman year, niggas was dunking. You know what I'm saying? Layups we wasn't fucking a layup, you know? That's what made Bosco so tough. You had 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", and we was holding, hops. Yeah. And we were gonna play some defense type shit, but back to the thing, we met Coop then. You know what I'm saying? So we knew Coop was a guy on the court, but you know what I mean? When it got off the court, he wanted to leave that shit there. Court, but when it came off the court, he was just one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? And we treated him like that, you know. It wasn't no super. We wrestled, we fought, all that type of shit. And again, when I used to get kicked out the house, guess where I used to go? Yeah, Coop's house. You know what I'm saying?
And it seemed like Coop is like me from the outside looking in. It always seemed like Coop is like your brother. Like Coop is who you. Yeah, his family still to this day, man. Like, you know how you gauge, you become closer with people that your auras push you closer to, right? Because, you know, me and Rick Coop used to be cool. You know what I mean? But that aura kind of got pushed away too, because as I grew up, I'm like, oh shit, nah. So, you know, me and Coop became like brothers. And when I used to get kicked, he literally lived next door to my mama's house. You know what I'm saying? So he'd hear me getting into some shit, you know what I'm saying? And his sister Sean, I get kicked out, I'm going over his sister Sean. And he'll live over sister Sean. I'm going over sister Sean. I'm over there. And to this day, we still close. You know what I mean? They got a family gathering. Hey, boy, what you doing? Oh, shit, man, I'm sitting here playing Madden.
man, bring your ass over to the crib. Man, mama cooking this shit. All they gotta do is tell me they cooking. You know what I mean? Because I don't eat bad, but when they do, yeah, I'm there. So yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah. What's your bond with your own your real family though? Like I don't want to say real family, but you know what I'm saying. The family you was birthed to.
Tough. Like I grew up being like the security just by taking that on. You know what I mean? Like it's probably a lot of shit that done happened to my people because of me type shit. Where I was just like I don't know if I was trying to act tough, but I just, even at a young age, I wasn't taking no disrespect towards my family type shit. So even my little cousins, Hosey T, shout out to him. You know, he was under my wing type shit. My little brother, Rob, all them type shit. Like dudes would try to fuck with them. And I was just like, nah, I don't care how big you are, how type shit you are, type shit. You got to go through me first. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And even they was fucking with my cousin that worked at Truman. Cousin used to call me, and this is as adults. You know what I'm saying? You should call me. Because honestly, since we're doing this podcast, I tell you, like when I was mid-20s, 30s, not having no kids, out there hustling, I still don't have nothing. No kids, right? I feel like I didn't have nothing to live for, so I was everybody else's anger guy. Like, I mean, if I go to jail, I go to jail. It's all cool. You know, I ain't got no kids behind me type shit. So that's how I felt when the cousins called me. Like, hey, man, this dude messing with me. You know what I mean? Come up to the shop. I said, if I come up there, I would have that conversation. If I come up there, it's a go. Because I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't go half-ass.
Yeah.
It's a go. Like, I'm not hopping out no car and negotiating no shit. Like, that's a go. And I may go to jail. Who knows what happened with the situation, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was just a hothead. You know what I mean? Hothead that cared, but that didn't care. You know what I mean? So, but me and my family close. Like, them and my people. And my immediate family, my mama, my little brother, all them, and even my other family. Like, we close. Like, it's standing like a brother and sister thing, how close we are type thing. You know what I mean? And, you know, when my grandma passed, it kind of opened up a little bit. People started going their own separate ways type shit. Well, we kind of mending those things and bringing it back together type thing. You know what I mean? Because we all we got.
Are you leading that?
Yeah, for sure. In some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, just conversation wise. And even in my immediate family, since I am kind of like, because I got a degree, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm like the educated one or whatever the case may be, people come to me and they have conversations with me, you know what I mean? And I can tell them, like, because of the shit that I've been through in life, then you mix that with the educated part, it's kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's where my positive energy come from. You know what I mean? Like, not letting shit get to me where I'm pissed off about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where shit can take you to jail type shit just because you mad about some petty shit. You know what I mean? I'm way past that shit.
When you talk about some of the things that you did, because the way you move, getting other people in situations, even if you was there to protect them, the way you reacted, put them in a place or put them in a position where you probably look like, damn, I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? This is happening because of me.
Yeah.
Because of what I did. What is like one of those situations or something?
Crazy. And what's up, Hosey? That's my little cousin, Hosey T. That's my little cousin, man. He rapped his ass off. Went to Paseo, but he's like, he an alpha, so he, you know, typically the alpha is more the corporate dudes. They stay away from everything. But we was young. We was in these duplexes right off of Prospect. His mom lived in these duplexes right off Prospect. And it was a dude, I can blink my eyes, I can remember his face, but he gone now. He dead now. But it was a dude that was like right across the hallway that was trying to start some shit with my little cousin Hosey. But I kind of pushed Hosey aside, you know what I'm saying? And I'm with this shit now. Like, what's up, nigga? He goes to his mama's house, open up the door, go grab a shotgun and kind of aiming it at me or some shit like that. And I wasn't thinking, you know, when you're young and you in that time, you ain't thinking like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about you. So I go home to my mama's house and I'm laying in the bed. And next thing I know, I'm laying there and I start smelling smoke. You know what I mean? I'm smelling smoke. And it ain't like smoke that's coming from my house. It's because little Hosey is at my house because the whole apartment complex got set on fire. Right? So we think the dude did it. You know what I mean? He set the whole shit on fire. So Hosey and his mom and them over at our crib because their apartment shit set on fire. So at that point, I figured, like, maybe I could have just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But back then I wasn't thinking about shutting the fuck up. I was thinking about you not gonna fuck with these folks right here. You know what I mean? Like, go wherever you need to go and fuck with them, but you're not gonna fuck with them. And I don't ever try to portray myself as a super tough guy. Yeah, I don't. But when that button get pushed, like, you not gonna fuck with them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna fuck with them.
So have you ever? Because even after that, you kept acting like that. Even
when that button's pushed, for sure. Yeah.
So you have you ever thought about what creates that reaction in you, just like that quick?
You know what? I don't know. I was always told, you know what I'm saying, like, if it's a go, it's a go. So you can't pump fake the shot. You know what I mean? Like, you most definitely either got to shoot it or you're going to get shot at type shit. And that's just metaphorically speaking type thing. You know what I mean? Like, so with me not pump faking it, it's like, you got to go. You know what I mean? And you got to be from 0 to 100 to let a motherfucker know, like, hey man, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like, I'm not trying to be that tough guy, but when you come to me with this shit, or you come to the family with this shit, they not gonna do too much, because I don't expect them to, because they ain't in that lane. You know what I mean? And if I'm in that lane, I'll hit that blinker, you know what I mean, from time to time, and hedge my ass right over there and let you know, hey, if there ain't nobody else with the shit today, I'm with that shit today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, catch me on another day, I'm probably on the court hooping or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But today, like, if I'm sitting down and I'm in my mental spot, because back then, again, you know what I mean, my mental shit didn't change until I got older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always on the defense. Mm-hmm. And they say that's some trace of a cancer. I don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I kind of do.
I'm a cancer too, so if
I don't believe in that shit, but then I kind of do. You know what I'm saying? That's just a trace of a cancer. Like, they say, we sensitive dudes. I'm not sensitive to the part where I cry about shit, but you gotta watch what you say, especially when it's some shit that's that's tough. Look, petty shit, I don't give a fuck about that. Oh, Rickey, okay, cool, all right. Mm-hmm. But, oh, your mama this? Oh, nah, we can't do that. You know what I mean? So I guess I still carry that here, but I don't react like that no more. You know what I mean?
So do you react in more of protecting people versus protecting? Because damn near anybody can say anything about you, like, as long as it ain't super disrespectful and you straight. As long as they ain't disrespectful. So it makes sense now, because I'm a Cancer too, and I understand our level of pettiness too, that we can go to. So I often have to, like, so I've seen other Cancers like 50 Cent, the Kevin Harts, and all of them. I've seen how petty they, Nick B, shout out Nick B. Mm-hmm. Seen how petty they are, and I know
Mike Tyson.
He's petty.
Mike Tyson's a Cancer,
I didn't know that. He's petty.
Yeah, he cries on instinct. And they say when you cry on instinct, you're a dangerous man. You dangerous, bro. Because you can't control your emotions at that time. Yeah, Mike Tyson don't control his emotions. He just go with whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what made him a dangerous individual in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He's dangerous.
Yeah, it all makes sense now. I never knew Mike Tyson was a Cancer.
He's a Cancer.
Yeah, that shit makes sense.
That's my guy.
You're 9 years ahead of your little brother.
Yeah, for sure.
You're 9 years ahead. I've only met your brother like 1 or 2 times. Like, I've never really had transactions with him or anything like that, but he seemed to, like, look up to you. And he played football, right? He looked up to you. So when you looking at the way you're acting out there at the time, and he could see that, how did that make you? Because did he take on any of your anything that like you? You know what I'm saying? Mm. Did he start to move like you? Because you was taught a certain way. So were you putting that on him too?
You know what? What's crazy is I did shit so he wouldn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, when he was down at Greenleaf with me, and my little cousin Rob and Rodney Kern, that was down, because that's his homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When I was hustling and shit, I used to have shoe boxes full of money. I'll pour the money out on the floor. Them niggas be like, God, they be that type of kid. But I did everything in my life so he wouldn't have to go through it. You know what I mean? When he seen me act out, or when he seen me protecting moms, because we went through a situation where I was a little kid and my mom used to get her ass beat by some dude. You know what I mean? And I couldn't do shit. I was young. Couldn't do shit. half of me, I seen him as an adult at Benton Liquors. I seen him as an adult. Like, I literally parked my car in the drive-thru. Like, I was going into Benton Liquors. I parked it, cracked the door open, and they call me Little Rick because my pops is Big Rick or whatever the case is. Y'all know me, Rick the Gun or whatever the case is, but my pops is Big Rick, so I'm Little Rick. And so the dude that used to do that to my mom, she like, hey, Little Rick, man, what's going on? I'm like, man, if this ain't the time, in my head, because I'm already got the door open type shit. But then I seen him drinking a tall can, and you know how that is. I said it ain't worth it, because he already gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, he's already 1 foot in, 1 foot out type shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it ain't worth it, because you don't get a man when he at his weakness. You know what I'm saying? You get him when he at his tip top type shit. So I didn't want to get him at his weakness, but I wanted him to know that I knew. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what was going on. I was a youngster when mom used to come out with that eye halfway hanging out her shit, crying and shit like that. It was like, I kind of wanted to kill the dude. You know what I mean? Like, but who I'm going to kill at 9 years old when this dude like 30, 40, whatever, however old he was type shit. But when you catch him as an adult, my thing was I always had that vintage where I'm going to catch you when I get older type shit. It's a couple dudes that I caught, you know what I'm saying? But it's a couple of them that I just let ride type shit, you know what I mean? And that's where my mental was a little bit bigger type shit, you know what I mean? About situations like that. But them people who I don't play with, moms and family type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was that reoccurring activity in your mama's life? No matter the dude she went through?
It was just that guy.
That guy.
It was just that guy.
Was he one of the first guys you remember in her life?
That did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you felt helpless.
Very.
Maybe that's why you are like you are.
Yeah, like the protector.
Yeah, why you are like, and quick to react now, because you may have felt like you should have done more back then.
Well, what could I do?
Yeah, so now when you can do something, it's a quicker reaction.
Yeah. And again, everything ain't on no tough guy shit, you know what I'm saying? But I try to diffuse shit before it get cracking. You know what I mean? Like, today's time as the OG now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really try to diffuse the shit before it get cracking. And if it get cracking, then it is what it is type shit. Like, it got there, we got to go through it. And, you know what I mean? Like, us 80s babies, we used to do the shit where we'll squab it out. And we'll shake hands later. You know what I'm saying? Or go hoop later or whatever the case later. Today, and that's why I done got into one new fight with somebody, you know what I'm saying? But he was older too. You know, at the Greg Center.
So it's still old school.
Yeah. But, I would never fight a young boy today.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to kill me over some little fist fight that you got whooped. And now everything get filmed. Now your pride is gone. Now you can't go to school today or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I stay away from that bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I moved to Houston when I say it with a U because it's someone with H. I can't say it. Fuck out of here.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. That's what my little brother say all the time. Houston, nigga? Like, yeah, Houston with a U. I moved to Houston trying to get away from Kansas City. You know what I mean? Try to stop selling dope type shit. So I moved there, came back home. And I live way up by the airport just to try to stay away from shit. I come back down to the city when I need to. You know what I mean? But it's the same shit, different toilet. You know what I mean? Same shit, different toilet.
Still going back to your brother though.
Yeah.
The him following your, like, looking up to you.
Yeah.
Did you feel some of that, like, as residue from you? Like, seeing, like, how he would move and stuff like that?
Well, see, the thing is, we're two totally different people.
Yeah.
If you look into, like, astrology, you know what I'm saying, Cancer, Taurus, two totally different people. Like, I'm fucking around the emotional reaction. You know what I'm saying? He's more of an anger reaction type dude. Yeah. So with me being the emotional reaction, but with sense, I kind of have to be like, man, shoot the fuck out, bro. It ain't even worth it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you mad about? Oh, man. You know, he tried to be a hothead for some shit, but then he understand, you know what I mean? He know through the shit that he seen me go through type shit, you know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, no, I ain't gonna do it. And I tell him it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Even back then, I used to tell him it ain't worth it. Because either it's jail or getting shot over some emotional shit. And I was, if anybody was emotional, it was me. You know what I'm saying? So I was super emotional, but at the same time, I was smart too, and I knew how to control those emotions and not let them get to the point. So he's cool. He was cool then, but I wouldn't let him get there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't let him get there because, you know what I mean? Again, that's that protective part of me where I wouldn't let you get to the point where it was like no return. Yeah. Then I was going to have to intervene, you know what I mean? And do some shit, you know what I mean? So
you dealing with the streets, you even at the time, streets and school at the same time, balancing that.
Yep.
But at the same time, running into Calvin. Calvin Wainwright. How'd you meet Calvin? What was your relationship with him?
High school, man. Freshman year, high school, meeting Pooh and you know, everybody that was Bosco family, Lonzo, you know, seeing them dudes that was older than me, hopping on vans, going to Campbell on Saturday or Independence. And Calvin was like an extended father to us, you know what I'm saying? But that was present, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I don't take nothing away from my father. My pop's dope dude. But Calvin was present. So when you do act up or you do say something left, he gonna check you. And as a youngster, we felt like, man, even though you got these little ones, Ishmael and which kind right here by us type shit, you still had that time and that mental to check everybody else type shit. So Calvin, when I met Calvin, he seen my energy. You know what I'm saying? He seen my energy. And at some point he learned how to control that energy, you know what I'm saying, through basketball. Like, hey man, if you don't get out here, I want you to hold this motherfucker that's going off right here. Or if he's super physical, hold him. You know what I mean? Like we don't need you to score. You got Coop, you got Pooh, you got all these other dudes. And that's a dangerous thing because at that point I'm like, okay, cool. Like I could play defense, get a little rough with motherfuckers for real. Like, okay, cool. So again, Rick the Gun went out the door and Psycho came from Calvin because hey, go in there and get that dude, man. He done, yeah, he a little bit too. I'm like, okay, cool. So me and Calvin kind of mellowed that out. Kind of made that little flat line for me where I knew how to distribute that energy differently when it came to that basketball. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't out here trying to fight you, but I was taking it personal if you was trying to score or if you was a leading dude in the IL or some shit. Like, I didn't care about names. You know what I'm saying? Like when we played against dudes would come to me and be like, hey, you know, that's so-and-so from Schlegel. I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm here for one job. I'm here for one job, bro. Yeah. And my job is to make sure y'all know my name at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I end up night hoops. I mean, I'm playing against Joe Webbs and all these type of dudes. And Joe Webb was like 6 foot something.
All the shit.
I don't care if you're looking in the eye, I'm stripping him. And a lot of dudes don't like the physicality of basketball. Back then, we was physical. Like, you was going to have to make 3 moves to get past me. Then if you're getting past me, you got to go to Coop. You got to go Donut. You got to go Big Ed. You know, you got to go all these other dudes. But I'm going to be there. And Calvin told me I got 6 fouls to get. Wrong thing to tell me. Yeah. Yeah. Wrong thing to tell me, especially when I wasn't in no scoring mentality because you had dudes that could score.
Yeah.
I mean, I could dunk. So I'm getting the ball thrown up to the rim by Booze and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even that climber with Mike Moss and them.
Yeah.
Because Moss was like that same type Calvin before I met Calvin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was the same thing. Exact same thing.
Yeah. I would imagine y'all got in a lot of fights because of you too.
It wasn't just me. Don't see, look, this crazy. Like,
I'm just saying.
Nah, it wasn't just me.
We taking in how you are naturally, and then Calvin embracing that, and then playing in the inner city.
Yeah, it was. I don't think we didn't get it wasn't as many fights with Calvin that it was with Mike Moss. Mike Moss, Climber Pal League.
Yeah.
And we had to go to, I think it was Washington, down in the hood of Kansas.
Yeah.
Me, Booze, Cortez, This is Josh, Tay.
Yeah.
We all down in the hood in Kansas. They playing Richter Factor. Nice. You know what I'm saying? They playing Richter Factor. Niggas had straps. We was playing ball, but I'm talking shit at the same time, not understanding that we in neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we climber. They right here in KCK.
Yeah.
So it was more Mike Moss.
Okay.
Than anything. Calvin had it checked out because I wanted to play.
Yeah.
So if I was given any type of problems, get down there on that bench. Sit your ass there. The bench wasn't nowhere for nobody who wanted to play. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was more with Moss than anything.
You got any funny Calvin stories or Mike Moss stories?
Yeah. Like I said, Mike Moss took all of us, all the climber kids, over to Kansas to play. It was this AAU. Playing ball, me, Booze, all the names, whatever the case is, Marty, all of us. Mm-hmm. We down at, I think it was West, whatever that school is in Kansas. I don't know what it is. It's like the hood though. And they playing Richter Factor. We warming up the Richter Factor. We tell the dude on the radio like, man, we want to hear Richter Factor. I mean, we ain't fucking. we want to hear it. So we over here warming up the Richter Factor. I guess the K-Town dudes is warming up to it too. Yeah. They had said something to Booze or somebody, and me, I'm like the reactive dude. Like, I hear it all. Like, nigga, what, nigga? Mm-hmm. Booze like, nigga, he got a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. At some point, you smarten up because you ain't in the same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it was really about to go down, and if you ask Booze or anybody from that time, they'll tell you, oh, man, Rick the Gun almost got us killed down in Kansas type shit. So basketball stories going back to them days, man, like, It humbles you today because you seen, all that shit that you went through as a little dude, start shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
when it comes to I always thought you would, when I seen how fresh you wore, when I seen all the jerseys you had and all that, and then seeing you working down at Crown Center at the sports store.
Yeah.
I would look at you and say, he probably gonna own his own sports store one day. His own memorabilia or sports store.
Right.
You ever thought about that? You ever thought about going in that?
Man, look, I was still, even then at the sports store, I was still hustling. Yeah, I was still hustling. And thanks for the opportunity to let me, John Kilmer, white dude who owned the store. Mm-hmm. He knew I could hoop too. I'm at leagues in Odessa with him and his old white friends. Mm-hmm. Then they're about to get jumped because I'm fucking the white boys up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking shit to him too at the same time. Yeah. Then they're about to get jumped. But he put me in a position. Like he literally gave me keys to stores. Like, hey, man, this is the Jersey store, Crown Center. I'm going to let you have this one. I'm going to let this other dude have the one down in Oak Park. Oak Park opened up. I took over Oak Park type shit. But my dumb ass, I was still in that mindset like, shit, I'm going to try to get this money. Uh-huh. So I figured out how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, sell these jerseys for half, but put half in my pocket type shit. So I wasn't on no entrepreneurship at the time. I was still on this type, get that money type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it built my mental to some entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? Like, basketball. Who would have thought that, coming from Calvin, from hustling and all this type shit, like I'm literally coaching Winnetonka girls basketball. You know what I mean?
Currently?
I was. Like it was probably like last year. Okay. Last year I just quit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no money in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm coaching Winnetonka girls basketball because that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm coaching it, I'm telling them stories like I'm telling you about basketball type shit. I'm telling them like, you got to find your place on this basketball court. There's only 1 or 2 stars on the floor. It's 1 or 2 scores. Everybody else ain't no scorer. You a fucking role player. Play your role. You know what I mean? Set some picks. You get money from the role. You know what I mean? It's okay. Yeah. There's some niggas that's been in movies, they ain't had no roles, but I'm pretty sure you know what the fuck they are after the movie over with. Mm-hmm. More than the star niggas. You know what I'm saying? Snowfall. Scully, we know Scully. Yeah. The crazy nigga, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't the star nigga. He wasn't the star of the show. But you know.
He, by the way he acted in that role, how he took over his Tetris. Role. Yeah.
And that's what I told my girls.
DeAndre Bond.
Yeah, that's what I told my girls. I'm like, man, you ain't got to be the star person in a role.
That's a good...
But motherfucking take it when you got that chance. Because again, he was... When you knew Snowfall, you knew him. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
How you find a way to was it hard to get through to a different culture of people trying to put our culture on them as far as like how we hoop and taking those roles? Was it hard? And it's women too. Girls.
Yeah, that was high school. So
Yeah,
look,
girls.
girls.
Young ladies.
Yeah, young ladies. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, through different eras is different type of basketball. You know what I mean? Like we growing up, we was physical. We didn't care how tall you was. We didn't care who you was type shit. Like these people today, if they hear names, they kind of like, oh, okay, they act scary. Me talking to these girls in high school, one thing about coaching girls, which I love doing, when they see it work, they stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Little boys, you got to show them. Like, nigga, I still fuck you up out here type shit.
Yeah.
Then they start listening to you. Like, oh, coach got a jump shot. Show me how to shoot a jump shot. Yeah. Girls, it was different. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting on the bench and they at the free throw line, hey, tippy toes a little bit, goosenecked. Okay, coach. You know, it was just a whole different respect thing with the girls than it was dudes. But I mean, I love coaching girls basketball. You know what I mean? I might get back into it, but who knows?
You explaining your role with Coop and all of them on the court. It makes it come to light more why you was actually a gun around us, because them you had to lower your role and play a serve with us.
But the crazy thing is they would pass the ball. The crazy thing is they would want me to shoot.
Yeah.
But I was in that mental space where I'm like, nah, man, you a fucking all-star. You know what I'm saying? Coop all-star. Pooh, a young boy, but handling motherfuckers. Donut, like, is a mix between a big boy that can handle it and shoot at the same time. Lonzo was like one of the greatest in Kansas City to me. Because, again, we all met at the AP camp, Anthony Pillard camp. I went to Anthony Pillard camp with these dudes. I went to Paul Pierce camp at KU with these dudes.
Okay.
Then speaking of Paul Pierce camp, I didn't get in a fight with Paul Pierce as a kid.
Please tell us about his
well, because we was next. Our group was next.
Okay.
And we was ready to hoop. And Paul Pierce was like, nah, I got next. I said, nah, fuck that. As a kid, I'm saying fuck that. Like, nah, man, fuck that. We got next. Then I think Pooh or somebody was like, cuz, you know what that is? Like, I don't give a fuck. We got next. You know what I'm talking about? But
6'7" of
this
him.
is his gym. This is his gym. So they was like, man, shit, Rick, if you don't sit the fuck down. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I gracefully bowed out then. But I was still on my toes. Like, nigga, you ain't about to take our game from us type of shit. And that's growing up. Northeast type shit, you know what I mean?
Was he going back at you though?
He looked at me funny. And they gave me that 6'7" look like, little nigga. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's Paul Pierce. He gave you that look.
Yeah.
And funny that you say, I got next, because that was his thing. Did he say that with the Wizards or something after he hit a shot?
Yeah. I told him I had next. So we was at camps, man, growing up as kids type shit. So, and even then I wasn't cutting shit off. You know what I mean? I was blessed to be in the Anthony Pillard camps and shit like that, developing skills. But I still had that street shit in me where you like, nigga, fuck you, who the fuck? I don't give a fuck, nigga. I gotta go. My thing is I gotta go back. You get to go live off the riches and shit like that. I gotta go back. This shit don't shut off because I'm here. It's just an outlet for me to play some different type of level of basketball type shit. You know what I mean? So that's all it was.
You got rid of the waves and went to the dreads because you got tired of people telling you look like Cassidy?
Nah, bro. It was... nah, it was just COVID, man. We were sitting at the crib. It was COVID. I just let it grow. I mean, shit, you'll get Lloyd from time to time.
Damn, you do look like Lloyd too. That's crazy.
Or Most Def, or you know what I mean? Like these people.
Damn, you do look like all these niggas. Now that I'm putting
I just grew my shit out, man. It's just here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just here. Like fuck it, I'm keeping it too.
Damn, I only had Cassidy in my head, but now I can see all three
Most
of them.
Def, Lloyd, all these motherfuckers type shit. I'm like, you mash them all together, you got Rick the Gun from Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's okay. And Bradley Beal.
You do fucking look like Bradley Beal.
Hey, little brother. St. Louis,
That's crazy. You do look like him too, man.
Yeah.
We might make the cover art all four of them like smash
them all together. I'm the OG. Yeah, it's all good.
That's crazy.
It's all good.
In closing, can you leave us marked out like with some?
Yeah. Like I tell my little brother, man, it ain't about what you go through in life. It's just about how you get through it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people go through shit and they shut down and they cry, they get fucked up in the head. But how are you thinking about getting through it when you shutting down? So even through my trials and tribulations of life, I just never shut the fuck down. I always figured out how to get through the shit. You know what I mean? So it's not about what you go through, it's about how you get through it. Builds character, helps you out throughout life. You know what I mean? Like, because this shit don't stop. Just because you don't went corporate, the shit's still going to be the same shit. But you know how to deal with it now at a different level because you've been through that shit. You know what I mean? And the street game is the same thing as corporate. Same thing as a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to learn how to get through it. But that's it, man.
But how long is, before I close out, how long usually is that period of trying to figure it out and get through it? Like when most people shut down, you like a human like anybody else. You're going to feel it.
Yeah.
Whether it's anger, whether it's sadness or downness. How long are you in that mode where you let yourself feel it?
If I'm being 100,000% honest with you, bro, I don't. You know why? Because I found outlets to get it out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, reason why I stay in shape type shit, I use the gym for an outlet to go to when I am in that space. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go lift weights. I'll be up at 1 o'clock in the morning at Genesis or some shit when I'm in that space. Because if you sit back and you think about it, then you're going to let that shit take over your mental type shit. If you just get up and go.
Do you think that's actually dealing with it, though?
It's not dealing with it, because if you deal with it, you're going to deal with it from emotions, I think. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dealing with it in the right state of mind. So allow my mind to get right and then deal with it differently.
So you don't just do that stuff and throw it away. You eventually deal with it after you cool down. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, because your head is clearer. You know what I mean? When your head's clear, when you're dealing with some shit, then you learn how to deal with it. You know, we all done been through no money for rent or lights off type shit or whatever the case may be growing up. Or even as adults, you done been through some shit. Yeah. But you figure out how to get through it. Okay. You know what I mean? My cousin called me relentless. I just know how to get through shit. I know how to get through it. So.
Well, we got our title. The goal is to leave a lasting imprint on their minds and their hearts. We pray you've been indelibly marked. Appreciate you.
No problem, brother, man. Appreciate you. Cameraman. I like that.